Today's video, we're going to show you how to build a fixed Divi menu. So guys, we're in our demo zone. This, just to give you, I like to do this in every video, we are using WordPress 5.4. See down here in the bottom right hand corner, we'll go in, we'll show you we're using the latest version of Divi as well. And that version is 4.4.3. Yeah, there we go. 4.4.3. So we promised you we're going to build a fixed Divi menu, and what we're doing is using one of the layouts we have available at our academy. So this is all done through the builder, and there's a few resources we're going to link below at the end of the video. We're going to link the layout where you can go and get it from the academy. We're also going to link you to a blog tutorial that's going to take you through how to do this if you like that style of learning better than doing it here in the video. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to go under Divi into the theme builder. And in here, this is just basic. We have nothing else in this site. It's a fresh Divi install. And what we're going to do is we've got this file here, this Divi, it's Apple style light header, and we're going to import, right? So we're going to come over here. We can't drop the file. Don't drop the file and it's going to act very weird. We're going to go into our little folders here, and we're going to pick this JSON file, the Divi Apple style header. We're going to open that up, and it's going to import right here. We're going to override the default website template. Yeah, we're going to allow import to override existing assignments, and that is for anything that's global. You want to always check that if you want the layout to look the way the layout was intended to look. So we're going to do that, and we're going to drop this thing in, and we're going to go from there. It is set up as all of our layouts are, that any of your WordPress defaults, like we try and set up a global default to use for the styling. That's just the way we do it. So now we've got this global header and a global footer that come in this pack. When you hit the pencil and edit it, we're going to open up this global header, and we're going to take a look at some of the things that are here that make it operate the way it does. And there's two things here, and we're just going to talk about one. The menu you see at the bottom is the tablet and the mobile menu. We're not talking about this in this video, but if you buy the layout, it does come with that, and the top header will be fixed on desktop and disappear on mobile, and the bottom menu will be available on mobile. So it sits at the bottom and opens up from the bottom up, which I really, really like. I think that works a whole lot better. So you'll see, here we've got a few things, right? Everything's in the middle. The menu is assigned. And what we want to do, the thing that's really important, is to look at the sizing here. So we're going to go under the section settings, and in the sizing, you want to look here, and it's the height that's really important. We set it to 70. We've done those things. We've gone under spacing, and we've set those to 0 where it shrinks everything up. And then under the advanced tab in the custom CSS, there's this little bit, and we have on the tutorial that we've put together on our website, you can get this code. It's really simple, and all it does is create a blur. So that background on the section is a little bit opaque. I think it's at 80%, and this blurs out things as it scrolls behind it. And so we'll show you kind of what that looks like, and we'll go over to our website. And we'll show you what the practical use of this menu looks like. So when our site loads up, you can see here, we've got the menu, we've got this drop down. This is all coded into the layout as well. But when you scroll over, you see how the menu, or the menu kind of has a blur effect. So when the pictures go behind it, you can still see them. It's got that cool blur effect, very similar. The reason I call this the Apple style header is that's very Apple-ish, the way they design those things. They always have that blur that happens behind their menus. So this was the inspiration for this thing. But that's it. Once you implement the layout into here and drag it into the global Divi theme builder, it's just there for you. There's a couple of small tweaks that you have to make if you're building this from scratch, which again will be laid out in detail on that blog post. And it's really just the spacing and the sizing here. There's a few things here. The custom gutter width, you want to set it to 1, equalize the height, max width of 100, and then 100% on the row, because we preset the pixel height on the section. And then you can go under here into the menu. We can open up this menu, and there's no logo assigned. We've got it centered with the menus and the drop downs open and downward. And you can see here, this is what it looks like if you have those sub menus. And then the text, we've got different active links. So when we hover over it, it would turn blue. The active link is blue as well. And we've got different text sizes. We've set up, I think there's some sizing on this as well. And some different sizing on different size screens. And spacing, we've got some different spacing set up, but no more custom code. There's a few little things here on the menu that are also included in that layout. Margin, we set it to where we could space out the actual links. So there's no margin top and bottom, but there's an additional spacing of 10 pixels on both sides. That's just to give it a little bit more room to breathe. And then the drop down container you see here, it's got that border radius of 10. We've got the border is white, and that's really so that we can get this little spacing, but that gives it the look that you're seeing here. So your drop down menu will be styled. And then the links also, opacity 1 is really important. For some reason, Divi makes them like a little opaque by default. So I like them to be full color. I don't want them to be opaque. And definitely when I hover it, they have on here on the desktop a drop down background over these links, which I don't like at all either. I think it looks really silly and old school. So I get rid of that. And that's done right here. So there's code included inside of that layout. And again, if you want to pick it up, you can go to the Academy. We'll link it up in the show notes below. And otherwise, you can definitely follow along with this video. There'll be pictures of these different pieces in the post on our website as well. So if you wanted to see a screenshot of each one of them, you can go through that process and create this menu for your website too. The cool thing about it in its final state is that it is fixed, and it's not done through code, it's done through Divi's feature. So as you scroll, it stays up top. And then we'll give you a quick look at the actual mobile one. So on mobile, it's at the bottom. This can be managed. You can create different versions of it inside of your website and target for different pages. So if it was a membership page, you can have this sign up thing where they can come to work, they can hire you to work for them. If it was a call to action that you needed people to sign up for your mailing list, maybe that's in a blog post. You could put, sign up for newsletter, or however you want to word that. And you can put a different button there, which will link to something different and give you different connection points. So that's really cool. One thing I did not show you on the mobile here is that the menu actually opens up, and I've put some other code in here. This is not included, I don't believe, in the layout. I'll have to double check that. I'm not sure, but I think it's part of my theme options to collapse that code. But the menu will look very similar to that. And that's just kind of a quick rundown on this video. And this is how to build that fixed Divi menu that I think looks very clean. It looks very, very sleek and modern. It's a good look, I think. So if you like this video, and you want to see it in more detail as far as how to create this thing, jump over to our website, which will be linked up below. If you want to pick up the layout and not have to go through all of this work, I think it's a couple bucks maybe at the Academy. I'll link that up as well. And please make sure to hit subscribe to this video. We appreciate you being here as always, checking out the channel, coming back, leaving your comments, leaving the comments below exactly, like link up your website, because I would love to go check your website out and see if maybe some of the things that we're doing here, some of these layouts might be really beneficial for you. And maybe I can suggest another free tutorial to where you can take a look at that stuff and take your website to the next level. So thanks again. We appreciate you for being here, and we'll see you in the next video.